Well, hello again. Mental Fox here. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Look at my team. 1 hit point, 1 hit point, 6 hit points, 9 hit points. We are hurting from that last battle. And that's why we've decided to come back to camp to lick our wounds, to heal up, and then get back on the road. Another good reason to come back here is because we, can talk to our team members and see if they have anything they want to say to us. And, sleep. We know there's some weird stuff going on at night. Wyll told us something about some kind of penance he has to pay that'll happen one night. So we need to keep an eye on that. And then another night, we were sleeping and we saw Astarion here like kind of creeping away or something in the middle of the night. That was weird. So I don't know what's up with that. We're going to take a little bit of time here just to go around and see if any of our peeps have anything they want to talk about while we're here in camp. So standing right in front of Karlach, so let's start with her.
Copper for your thoughts?
Well, now that those paladins are out of your way, what's next on your agenda?
First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right?
Well, I think we already talked to her about this, so that's that. Nothing else to talk to her about, so we'll hit leave here. Next to her is Astarion. I don't know if he'll have anything new to say or not, but let's check with him.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Well, nothing. So nothing to say to him. We've got Lizelle over here. See if she has anything to say.
Isn't it glorious?
Oh.
Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
Okay, so she's liking some Karlach. And that's it. Okay, nothing new there. I wonder what this little place over here is for, really. Oh, light crossbow. Oh, that's my stuff. Just this, maybe once we start to get more people on our team, they'll show up over there. Speaking of which, I wonder if Scratch the dog ever showed up over here. We'll keep looking around and we'll see. See if Wyll has anything he wants to say after dying.
Karlach's all fire and fury. I pray to the Triad it doesn't consume her.
Yeah. So these buttons down here, dialogue history, character select, and game menu. Game menu just brings us back here. It's strange that we could do that in the middle of a conversation. Character select allows us to just choose a different character right in the middle of a conversation, which I also find odd. But hey, I think this is showing that we and Wyll are in the middle of a conversation right now. Okay, not real sure why it lets me do that, but whatever. That is strange. That is strange. I'm sure there's a reason, but I don't know what it is. Over here is Gale. Anything new with you, Gale?
What's on your mind?
Let's see. I think I have a magical artifact you might be interested in. I was wondering, that condition of yours, why does it require magic? Let's ask him this. Why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Like everybody we're traveling with is like a freaking time bomb. Well, I mean, I think I have a magical artifact you'd be interested in. Let's see what he says to this.
Your enterprising approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
Who thinks of this stuff? Okay, let's see. Any other people? I'm going to hit this button here so that people show up. Withers is over here. So Withers, I still don't understand it. Maybe I'm not supposed to, but supposedly he could, like, revive people, but we, maybe we go to Withers if we're unable, we don't have a revive spell? I don't know.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
So now down here we've got these buttons, dialogue history, attack. We could attack him in the middle of talking to him, and then the other buttons. Yeah, this hireling business is something I would like to explore at some point, but not right now. I'm still figuring out other things in the game. I don't have the time to try to figure out hirelings. Okay, so it looks like we just have this group here. Scratch the dog hasn't made his way over here, it looks like. So, yeah, no scratches. Wyll, Karlach, Shadowheart, and us, and Withers. And it does not show people who are not in our party right now, which actually kind of disappoints me a little bit, because I was hoping I could just take an overhead view and see if there is anybody else here that I'm not seeing at the moment. I mean, let's run over here. I don't know. Just see if there's anybody over here. Take your time. Okay, it does not appear as though anyone is over here. So, just wanted to look while I figure stuff out. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over here to this box and I'm going to dump off a bunch of stuff that I don't need to be carrying with me. This looks like it's going to be somebody's camp, maybe, right here. Maybe this is where the dog will lay. I don't know. But I'm going to take a little bit of time to get my inventory in order. I'm not going to go off and sell any of it yet. I'm just going to dump the stuff that I'm not interested in this box right now for a future episode. But I will cut this part out because I can't imagine you would want to watch me go through my inventory. So give me a minute and I'll take care of this stuff. Alright, I just spent a good 10 minutes going through my party's inventory and dropping a bunch of stuff off here in this traveler's chest. Some changes that I made that you may find interesting. Let's see, I gave Zariel, I gave Karlach this weapon here. Sword of Justice. We got this off of probably that Paladin of Tyr. I don't remember his name right now, because it comes with Tyr's protection, or protection, I should say. A spell that, let's see, protect a creature from attacks. So it comes with that, and it does more damage than the weapon that she was using, so that's kind of cool. And I also gave her a stupid helmet, but she didn't have a helmet on, so, I mean, it gives us +1 against our Constitution saving throws, so why not? So I gave her that. And I don't think I made any changes to anybody else. I didn't have anything that was terribly interesting or useful, so I just dumped it off inside of that box. But what I do want is more health potions. So I was looking at my alchemy here, and we do have a way to create a potion of healing. But in order to craft potions of healing, we need salts of rogue's morsel and any suspension. Now, salts, we could make some rogue's morsel salts right now, so let's go ahead and do that. So we made some of those. So now if we go back up to potion of healing, we'll see that we do have salts of rogue's morsel, but we need a suspension. And down here, our choices of suspensions are just simply myrgrass, and we've only got 2 myrgrasses. We don't have enough. We don't have a third one, so we don't have enough to make a suspension of myrgrass. However, even if we did that, how many potions is this going to make? Is it just going to make 1 stinking potion? I mean, you saw how many potions I used, how many healing potions I used in that last battle. So, I don't know, man. I mean, it seems like finding the stuff to make potions is, I mean, there's just not that much stuff out there, it seems like. So, I'm thinking we're going to have to go buy some potions. I mean, the team, you know, my character has 463 gold. I don't know where the team's gold is, but we do have quite a bit of gold. So I think we're going to have to go buy some potions. I think we are. We absolutely need them. But even though it is daytime, we're going to go ahead and end this day
My hands on everything.
Let's end the day. Do our camp supply thing. Oh, hey, everybody, what's up? Oh. Oh, here we go. Is this the penance thing?
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Hello.
Wyll, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God's damn it. Anyone but her.
Just who in the nine hells are you? Or, well, aren't you a luscious thing? Or, God's damned devil, get out of my camp. Yeah, who are you?
Wyll, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
I mean, she's right. I mean, that could be a dig on Karlach, but Karlach doesn't have a heart. She is an infernal machine. Get to the point, devil. What do you want? Or if we kill Karlach now, will that get rid of you? Or you better not lay a damned finger on Karlach. Blast it all, Wyll. Why didn't you tell me about her? Or I've heard enough. You're not leaving this place alive. What do you want?
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
What?
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
So he made like a deal with the devil? And now he's a freaking tiefling? So Wyll and Karlach both want to speak with us. Well, Karlach's right here, so let's go ahead and talk to her. Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on?
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Wyll hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
Yeah. He's a good man, maybe the best of us, or you must be relieved, or a foolish decision, and now he'll have to pay the consequences. Well, I don't think it was a foolish decision, and I don't know if I know him well enough to say that he's a good man, but it seems to be after that. Or we could just simply say you must be relieved. I I don't know. I like to build up my team a little bit. Let's say he's a good man, maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
Okay, then. Phew. He's going to have something to say.
We get along quite well, I think.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Wyll was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
Okay, well, so I think I mentioned in a previous episode, the last time I played Dungeons & Dragons, I don't think Warlock was a class, so I don't know really the details about the Warlock class, but it sounds pretty interesting. I guess, do all Warlocks have to make a pact, or only some of them? However, they tend to be unforgiving. So, half-truths and devil pacts. You're not worth the soil you stand on. Come on now. The Blade of Frontiers has some explaining to do, or what did you expect? She's a devil, hardly the paragon of honesty. Or you've been turned into a devil, an appropriate punishment, I'd say. Or you're lucky she didn't take your soul when she came. I think you got some explaining to do, Mr. Blade of Frontiers, although I'm thinking that, I mean, is it as simple, excuse me, as he made a deal with the devil, and the deal was that he would fight devils and soulless and heartless. I don't know. Explain yourself.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
What are the terms of your pact? You should get out of this pact. Or how in the hells did you get involved with Mizora? I want to know what the terms are.
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Really? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, Wyll.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Let's see here. How does it feel to be a devil? So, tieflings are devils?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Okay, well... Quite the handsome devil, if I do say so. A freak of nature, gods, but you're hideous. I see the Blade of Frontiers no more and no less, or a fiend who's been touched by the hells. I don't know what to make of it. You know, I don't necessarily want to start a romantic relationship with this guy. And that's where it sounds like this is going. If I did say this, I would just simply mean it as a compliment and to be nice. But I think that the game would take it in a direction that I don't necessarily want to go. So we'll just say I see the Blade of Frontiers, man. You're still the same Blade of Frontiers to me.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
Okay. Do you think you could get out of the pact?
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Well, why obey her at all? What could she do that's worse than she already has? Or can't we just attack her the next time she pops up? Or there must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out. Yeah, loophole, man.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
We can beat her if we put our worms together. Or I just fear what she will do to us next, or we'll see if it's worth it. We might need the pact after all. Nah, man, we can beat her. Let's put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
Aw. Making some good relationships here. I'll run back over to Karlach.
What's on your mind?
You and Mizora seem to know each other. How is that?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Do you think she'll keep coming after you? Or I can see why you were so keen to escape, or we could change the subject. Well, I mean, I can certainly see why you're so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Okay. Do you think she's going to keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
Okay. Is there any other subjects we could talk about? No. Well, let's go ahead and get some rest here and see if anything funky happens overnight. And then we'll get up in the morning and see what happens. Oh, someone in camp still wishes to speak to you. Do they? Really? Who? Who wishes to speak to me? I don't see... Oh, over here. Oh, Shadowheart. I totally missed Shadowheart before. Let's go talk to Shadowheart. That was nice that the game told me that. Oh, she's looking at her little artifact.
Something's wrong.
Oh.
I feel...
Uh-oh. Oh, that thing on her hand.
Darkness, protect me.
Are you hurt? What was that all about? Darkness, protect me. What do you mean by that? Are you hurt?
No. I'm fine. Forget it.
What do you mean by darkness, protect me?
It's nothing. I swear.
Uh-huh. We could persuade her and say, look, there's more to this. What aren't you telling me? Or we could use our wisdom, use our shared connection, enter her thoughts. Oh, the whole party's around us now. Can't have a private conversation around here. Let's try to persuade her to talk to us. Holy cow, this is going to be a difficult one, and we don't have any other bonuses here, so let's see how it goes. Oh, not enough. We are not going to persuade her on this night. You know, we have 4 inspirations. We may as well use one of them because, like I said, 4 is the most you could have in your party. So if we don't use it and then somebody else gets inspired, it's going to go to waste. So let's roll again. Hey! Nice!
You're not going to let this go, are you?
Nope.
I worship Shah, the mistress of the night. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
A Shah worshipper. Not my usual quarry, nor my usual ally.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll decide whether to make a fuss or not. Hard to trust someone who's holding out on me. This kind of thing, it always bugs me. It's like, what, is she supposed to tell you every single thing about her when she first meets you so that you don't accuse her of holding out on you later? You could have told me, how long were you going to keep this secret? Or I don't agree to join up with a Shar worshiper. Or I don't care who you worship, we have bigger problems. I mean, again, you could have told me. I mean, do we really need to know this? But I'm sitting here, I don't know who Shar is. I don't know how big a deal it is if she worships Shar. So yeah, I don't care who you worship. We got bigger problems. I mean, I need you on my team.
True. I didn't think you'd react so pragmatically. Perhaps I should have told you sooner.
Yeah, well, now that the truth's out, tell me more. Or in the future, young lady, I expect you to be honest. Let's leave it at that for now. Or I can't trust you. Best if we travel separately for now. Good luck. Yeah, tell me more.
Talk to me later. This day's been long enough already.
All right. Okay. Fine. Now, does anybody want to talk to me as a result of that? I don't see any exclamation points. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, let's go over here and get some sleep. Get this team healed back up. Get on the road. Auto select. See, this time I selected 40. Last time I selected 48. Full rest, please. Oh, hey. Whoops, Scratch is here. Hey, look, it's Scratch, and he has something to say. Okay, so we've just done a full rest. So let's take just a moment and cast all of the spells that we want cast on us all the time. For example, I want Longstrider on me all the time, because it lasts until long rest. So Longstrider on myself. Okay, we did that. And then talk to animals. We definitely want this on us all the time. It lasts until long rest. Okay, speak with animals. And what else do we have? Detect thoughts. We may as well go ahead and do this. Just like I said, I wish I could create a macro that does all this for us, because we're going to do this every time after a long rest. And then as far as other things that last until long rest, Bardic Inspiration. I mean, we could give this to myself, or this is an ally. And speaking of which, who am I going to travel with now? Do we just go ahead and travel with, I don't know, Karlach and Wyll? Their stories are sounding pretty interesting. Not to say that Astarion's and Lazelle's won't be. But let's go ahead and keep traveling with these guys. And we're going to do Bardic Inspiration. Look, even his picture changed over here. It's so cool. Let's do Bardic Inspiration. Let's see here. Inspire an ally to add plus 1d6 bonus. This doesn't make any sense to me, really. It says it lasts until long rest. What is she doing? Do you see her? Anyway. It says it lasts until long rest, but it says inspire an ally to add a plus 1d6 bonus to their next attack roll. So, I don't know. There. And then anything else that lasts until long rest? I don't think so. Okay, so that's all the stuff that our character had.
I wonder what the next move is.
Shadowheart's going to come with us. Man, I still... Let's see here. Level 1 spell... Okay, level 1 spell slot level 1. Level 1 spell slot level 1. Level 2 spell slot level 2. And cantrips. So here it says, this is a replenishable resource used to cast spells. Recharge once per long rest. Okay, and since this uses a level 1 spell slot, you can see right here, this uses a level 1 spell slot. So if we use this, we can't... It looks like maybe she's only got 4 spell slots, maybe? And therefore, once all 4 of these are used up, that's it. I guess. So let's see, what could she do on her that lasts until long rest? I know she has something. I think this is it. Yeah. Protect a creature from attacks, increase its armor class by 2. I'm actually going to put that on my own character. Oh, except that. No, it's fine. Okay, so we now have Shield of Faith. We're just stacking them up over here. And then nothing else that lasts until long rest. So next up is Wyll. Wyll, I don't think he has anything that lasts. Oh, no, he does. Oh, the Bind Pact weapon thing. Pact weapon. Okay. Alright, I did it, I guess. And, I don't see anything over here. So I'm not quite sure how Bind Pact weapon works. Oh, this lasts till long rest. Armor of Agathis. Okay, this gives you 10 temporary hit points. And deal 10 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. And... I will say, though, that now that I'm looking at this, I see that it does take a level 2 Warlock spell slot. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's something I want cast on me all the time or not, because it does take up a slot.
Is that?
You can see that none of my character slots are taken up from what we did. Shadowheart, well, she's used a slot, I guess because of, yeah, this. Shield of Faith uses up a spell slot. So that's something I hadn't considered.
Wanna dance?
Finally, Karlach. She could do Speak with Animals, but, it looks like she could just simply do it, I guess. Doesn't sound, well, until long rest. So, but she doesn't need that because I could already speak with animals. I don't know if both two people on my team need it. Okay, well, I think, no, Tears Protection. Oh, this is from the sword. Protect a creature from attacks, increases armor class by 2. Can I do it to myself? Nice sound effects. Okay.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Now that we've done all that, let's F5. And let's talk to Scratch over here.
I need a quick word.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Yeah. Hey, man. I'm sorry about what happened to your master.
Master. Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone.
Aww.
I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
Well, let's pet Scratch. Everybody, well, not everybody, only Gale, Wyll, and Karlach approve. Shadowheart didn't approve of the petting. What's up with that? What's up, Shadowheart? Are you a dog hater? Okay. I think I saw a stat somewhere where Larian, the producer of this game, shared stats on how many times Scratch was petted in the game. Okay, well, so that is it for camp. Now, what I want to do, I want to go back to where we were, but I also want to go back to a trader to see if I can't buy some potions from a trader, and we'll need to go to the grove for that. So I'm going to leave camp, which will take us back to the Bloody Road. Okay, the Bloody Risen Road. And then I could bring up the map. And unfortunately, there is no fast travel point anywhere in this vicinity, which surprises me. You'd think there'd be one around here somewhere, right? In fact, why am I not seeing any fast travel points? Right? Okay, there's one here. There's one here at Roadside Cliffs. There's one here at the Overgrown Ruins. So we've got some down here in the south. Boy, I didn't realize we'd gone so far north. So we could fast travel to the Emerald Grove and go back in here and, you know, go to some of the merchants, traders in here. But then we'd have to come all the way back over here. There's no easy way to get back over here, which is surprising. You would think at some point we would have come across another fast travel point. I mean, the closest one is way over here. This is tough. I mean, the good thing is, I guess, is that at least right now, we do have Shadowheart, and we do have 2 healing spells right now. So that'll help some. But man, you see how much trouble I get into. Look at the map, and we keep traveling west. Who knows what's out here? Could there be another trader? Could there be another town where we could get stuff? I mean, it just almost seems risky, but I also don't want to make that long trek. So I don't know. I have to think about that while I end this episode. Yeah, I think about that, and then we will try to decide what we want to do. Oh, look at this. There's a bridge out over here. And in this direction, there's a cart that's intact. So maybe there's a trader here. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a trader there. And they'll have potions. I don't know. Come back next time, find out what happens. Well, thanks for joining me in this episode. Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I've said all that, I forgot that I spent 10 minutes looking at my inventory, so I'm actually only at 30-some minutes. It's not time to end this episode, so let's not end it just yet. We're gonna look around here and loot these bodies that we fought so hard and so valiantly to take last time. We're picking up. I just picked up a longsword. We're picking up a lot of these hyena ears. It's an alchemical solution, so they're worth picking up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This bloated hyena has 2 ears. This dead caravan agent, wow. He's got shipment orders and a bunch of other stuff. The shipment orders say, deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it, and I will know, because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. Huh. Interesting. Where? Who? Journal updated. Find the missing shipments. Yeah, buddy. Okay. I just love quests. They're so much fun. Oh gosh, there's all kinds of stuff showing up in here. Find the missing shipment. This is the one that we just got. Search for survivors of the caravan. We found the remains of a caravan. A note on a corpse mentioned a valuable chest and someone called NF. Perhaps someone survived this attack. Daughter of Darkness here. This is Shadowheart. Continue traveling with Shadowheart. Although Shadowheart tried to hide it, we discovered that she worships the goddess Shar. We need to ensure she doesn't keep anything else from us. All right. Blade of Frontiers here. Continue traveling with Wyll. We met Wyll's diabolical patron, Mizora, who was none too happy to find that Wyll failed to slay Karlach. She punished Wyll for his disobedience by turning him into a devil and departed, though it seems likely we'll meet her again. So, let me see something here. They keep saying they turned him into a devil. Wyll examine the fiend? Warlocks in service to fiends work towards corrupting, destructive ends, intentionally or otherwise, and receive hellish blessings in return. Weird, but it still says he's a human. I don't know if that's a bug or what. Huh. I don't know. Interesting. What, the gate is closed?
Might be useful.
Was that a book? To the good godly folk of Faerun? Here's something called As Per My Last Letter. Let's take a look at some of this stuff here. Latest. As per my last letter, a letter written on fine parchment with impeccable calligraphy. It smells faintly of brimstone. Though the name of the recipient is obscured, the letter appears to continue a debate of some heat. Your analysis is flawed. The hells are not so simple to understand. boiling down 9 cosmological layers into evil, but with a few more rules, does generations of scholars discredit. Each layer is its own unique moral and magical ecosystem. What Zariel permits in Avernus may be blasphemy to Mammon in the chained cities of Minoris. The Hells bend not only to their whim and will, but to their mere presence. The more souls they acquire, the more that combined influence spreads. Avernus itself is glorious for study. Watch a Yugoloth mercenary debate mid-battle with a Rakshasa and tell me I'm wrong. From its red starless sky to every bloody tributary leading to the Styx, there is something to explore. Of course, getting down there in the middle of the Blood War is a bit stressful, but you can't judge what you don't know. I've gotten off topic. The point is, you're wrong. Looking forward to your reply. Best, Silvira Savicus, Sage of Candlekeep. Okay. Here is a neat and mass-produced notice bearing the empty scroll of Ogma to the good, godly folk of Faerun. A circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge. It is stamped with the seal of Brevik Feanor, Most High Lord Lore Master of the Unrolling Scroll Temple in Baldur's Gate. To the good godly folk of Faerun. In the first instance, and in the name of the Lord Binder himself, let me bid you thanks. The realms shaking events that have since become known as the Second Sundering marked a time of great confusion and upheaval. Gods fell and rose again, lost continents reappeared, and the very weave shook as the plains birthed a new and yet mysterious order. Such chaos is often anathema? Somebody tell me how to pronounce that. To Ogma's sacred pursuit of truth and knowledge. However, with the help of the innumerable first-hand accounts submitted to our agents by good folk all across the continent, the Church is satisfied that an image of these strange years has begun to coalesce. As such, we would kindly ask that no further unsolicited material on this matter be sent to our temples. While all knowledge is of import to the Lord Binder, we are confident that any future plane-shaping events will not be presaged in the shape of tobacco smoke or read in the droppings of the village herd. A new and strange age is upon us. For divine guidance, we humbly bid you to look to your local temple leaders and to forward such relevant materials to them. Yours ever seeking, Brevik Feanor, Servant of Ogma. Okie dokie. And then finally, the gate is closed, a handbill stamped for distribution by a political group calling themselves the Keepers of the Gates. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. For too long, the Grand Duke and his parliament of peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the Keepers of the Gate. Enough is enough. The gate is closed. Well, some people are not happy. Not happy indeed. Some rib cages lying around. There's an old hunter over here. He doesn't have anything. There's one up here that we killed. Yes, we did. He's got the ear. Up the hill here, I believe there should be at least one more gnoll, right? Or no, we actually shot him down the hill, didn't we? There's a dead hyena up here. There's some autumn crocus over here. There's that sound again. I'm going to guess that sound is just someone in my party making a sound. I'll have to pay attention to when I cast the things, which one makes the sound. Here is a mangled corpse. That's sad. Oh, an open letter on oppression and peacocks Baldur's Bash is printed in bright, bold letters on the front cover, followed by many exclamation marks. This copy is focused on letters to the editor. Written in a furious, sloping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry? How archaic! My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. I call upon the Parliament of Peers... Oh, that was a loud bird. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue. Immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authorities should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from her parent. I don't know how Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard lives with himself. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens. Mr. R. Pickens, indeed. What was with those birds, man? When I was reading that. Oh, what did they pick up? I must have picked up something next to the rib cage. Intestines. Yeah, let's walk around with intestines. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. What is making that sound? Maybe we should move on before something terrible happens. Okay. Making a loop here. Gonna look at this mangled corpse. Take everything off of it. And I don't think there's anything else back here that I'm interested in.
What's inside?
Okay, so... ooh. Alchemist's Fire. Wow, there's good stuff in here too. Okay, well, you never know. I guess context is key. You know, if you really think about it, probably going to be some pretty decent stuff in these barrels on these wagons, you know, because they're making their way in the world today over to, I don't know why I can't get into that one. You know, I'm guessing these were refugees, and they were on their way to the Knoll, right? So yeah, they're probably going to have some pretty good supplies. Okay.
Just another crate.
Just another crate. Isn't that great? All right. And then one of these went down here. Oh. For a moment I thought there was a way to climb down here, but it doesn't look like it. Not from here anyway. Alright, so now I really am going to end this episode. When we come in next time, like I said, we will move in this direction and see if indeed this isn't a trader. That would be awesome if it was. Maybe we'll find ourselves with more potions. If not, I don't know, we'll venture forth and hope that Shadowheart proves to be good enough for healing. I don't think she will be. Nothing against her, but she just doesn't have enough spells to cast. Thanks for joining me on this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. Give me a like or a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.